In the heart of Europe, a bold experiment unfolded. France, a nation renowned for its revolutions, embarked on a new kind of transformation. This was not a revolution of storming bastions or overthrowing monarchs. This was a revolution of dialogue, of citizens stepping forward to shape the future of their nation. This was the Citizens' Convention for Climate, a pioneering endeavour in participatory democracy. Its mission to tackle the urgent crisis of climate change by directly involving the people in finding solutions. The convention was a testament to the power of collective wisdom. By bringing together 150 randomly selected citizens from all walks of life, France sought to bridge the gap between the governed and those who govern. This was not just about policy recommendations. It was about empowering citizens, amplifying their voices, and demonstrating that democracy could be truly inclusive. The world watched with bated breath, eager to see if this French experiment could offer a blueprint for a more participatory, responsive form of governance. Could ordinary people, armed with knowledge and a platform to be heard, truly make a difference in the fight against climate change? France was determined to find out. The convention was a bold gamble, a leap of faith in the collective wisdom of the people. It recognized that the challenges of climate change were too complex, too important to be left solely in the hands of politicians and experts. It was time for a new approach, one that placed the fate of the planet directly in the hands of those who would inherit it. The seeds of the Citizens' Convention were sown in the tumultuous backdrop of the Yellow Vest protests. In late 2018, France witnessed a wave of demonstrations that shook the nation. The Yellow Vests, so called for their high-visibility vests, represented a cross-section of French society united by economic anxieties and a sense of disenfranchisement. The protests, initially sparked by a fuel tax hike, quickly morphed into a broader outcry against rising living costs, social inequality, and a perceived disconnect between the government and the governed. The Yellow Vests felt unheard. Ignored by a political elite they saw as out of touch with their daily struggles. The government, caught off guard by the intensity and duration of the protests, struggled to respond. The Yellow Vests' demands, diverse and often contradictory, highlighted a deep-seated yearning for greater participation in decision-making processes. It was in this context of social unrest and a search for new forms of democratic engagement that the idea of a Citizens' Convention for Climate began to take shape. The Yellow Vest movement, despite its complexities and internal divisions, served as a stark reminder of the importance of listening to the voices of the people. It underscored the need for more inclusive forms of governance, for bridges to be built between citizens and those in power. The Citizens' Convention, though not directly addressing the Yellow Vests' economic concerns, was a direct response to this yearning for greater participation, for a chance to be heard and to shape the future of the nation. The selection of the 150 citizens who would form the Citizens' Convention for Climate was a meticulous process designed to ensure fair and representative participation. The organizers opted for a method as far removed from traditional political appointments as imaginable, a random lottery. However, this was not simply a lottery of chance. To ensure a microcosm of French society, the selection process incorporated several criteria. It took into account geographical location, age, gender, education level, and socio-professional background. This ensured that the convention reflected the diversity of the French population, with its varied perspectives, experiences, and concerns. Those selected received invitations to participate in this groundbreaking endeavour. While participation was voluntary, the response was overwhelmingly positive. People from all walks of life, teachers, nurses, farmers, students, retirees, recognized this as a unique opportunity to make their voices heard on one of the most pressing issues of our time. The lottery system, a cornerstone of ancient Athenian democracy, injected an element of chance and fairness into the process. It ensured that the convention was not dominated by those with pre-existing political connections or powerful interest groups. This was to be a truly citizen-led initiative, where ordinary people, thrust together by fate and a shared sense of purpose, would grapple with the complexities of climate change and chart a course for the future.